Hello everyone, welcome back to the Love and Riyadh show. I'm your host Sarah, whatever you call me. And today is the 11th of August, one of the most hot seasons or months of the year, next to July, of course. And today we'll be talking about some cute stories and about a fun fact for all those travelers who love, not fun fact, but like an update. I don't know what to call it exactly. Those wilderness explorers can help me out. Anyways, so we've got Saudi woman donates 80% of her liver to husband's second wife in an act of compassion. What? And laser beams light up Saudi's desert for safety, and people are impressed. Indeed, they should be. Let's talk more about those. Listen up. Okay, up first is a Saudi woman donates 80% of liver to husband's second wife in an act of compassion. So, the idea of a second wife and a third wife and a fourth wife, everyone really has their own opinion about it. But when two, let's just say two, we're not gonna get into four wives, we're just gonna stick to two for, smooth sailing talk or episode, because this can get super controversial. Anyways, so her name, or the first wife's name, do you get it? Like the first wife. Her name is Noura Salim Al-Shammari, and she's the first wife of Majid Baldah Al-Rogi. She donated the majority of her liver to her co-wife. Not co-wife, let's not say co-wife, but to the second wife, okay? Taghreed Awad Al-Saadi, I believe. Ending years of her suffering from kidney failure. I believe liver failure, kidney failure. So I think it's liver failure. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to give you a fun fact because a lot of people know it. I think a lot of people know it, but maybe one of y'all listening today don't know this fact, but the liver grows back. I think it grows back, or it's you can live with a bit of your liver, or a lot, but 80% of your liver, that's crazy. That's a real act of someone who's very kind-hearted. The feeling of a second, or when your husband gets married to someone other than you, it doesn't feel right. It usually doesn't feel right, but this is a true hero right here. Noura is a true hero because not only does she accept the fact that her husband is married to another woman, but she also gave her 80% of her liver. And that's about not making your personal relationship get into the real life circumstances. No matter how maybe she doesn't feel bad, maybe they were already friends before this, maybe they just made peace with the idea, or maybe she's really religious in a way that this idea is just which is nice. All the scenarios out of this story is nice, and you can think about it however you want to think about it, and it's still gonna be super nice. So yeah, wow, Noura. Okay, so I love this topic because we've heard a lot of stories about what happens in the desert. When some people just like to go exploring, some people sometimes go for work, I believe, and then get stranded. Some people just, there are different scenarios of why you can be in the desert. And when you're in the desert, it's one of the most difficult places to get lost in, or like to get stranded in, because like imagine, this is just an intro. Anyways, imagine you get lost in the wild. For example, you're lost in what do you call it? A forest. If you're there are a lot of source of water, food. Also food, like if you really watch out, don't eat anything that you see, just eat what's familiar, I believe. But like also don't do that. But it's like, it's not dry. The sun isn't just hitting on you like, woo, directly on top of your head, because you're in a forest, there's a lot of shade. You just have to watch out of like venomous, what do you call it? Animals, venomous insects and stuff like that. But getting stranded anywhere in the wild isn't easy. It's not easy. It's not the best. It's not the best place you can be. Stranded somewhere, away from people. Like, inshallah, no one has to experience that. Sometimes workers or whatever. So, the laser beams light up Saudi's desert for safety, and people are impressed. And that indeed they should be. I'm impressed because we've heard about a lot of stuff like that. Like, for example, not at the end of 2024, we've heard a story of two guys getting lost, a Sudanese man and an Indian man. They got lost in Rub al Khali, and they basically, they were deceased, I believe, or one of them survived, something like that. But it's like, it's not the best place to be in anyways. So in the Nafud Desert, north of the Hayel and Jof regions, so up, close to Jordan and stuff, there are solar-powered beacons that emit visible laser beams over long distance to guide lost travelers to the nearest water sources. Hello, that's good. And the idea originated from Mohammed Fahid Al-Ramali Al-Shamri. So we've got two Shamris today in one episode. Both of them amazing. Anyway, an environmental explorer who spent many years living in the Nafud Desert and witnessed firsthand the struggles of lost travelers and hikers in the wilderness. So actually, this is pretty smart. Even though something about exploring a place that you're not supposed to explore, like the feeling of, I'm lost, I don't know what to do, what's gonna happen, that kind of feeling is a bit exciting. And I think it's one of the things that sometimes push people to do these things, like go, if not for work, just like hiking and stuff. I think this is one of the stuff that makes them do that. But when you're actually in that position, you get hit with reality and you're like, oh my God, why did I do this? So alhamdulillah, when we do stuff like this, or when inventions like these happen, or not invention, I don't know what to call it, but like when stuff like this happens, it makes it easier for people to navigate. So even though you realize what's, oh wow, I'm lost, there is something to save you. So it's not like you're khalas, you're not gonna come back anymore, you're not gonna see, civilization again. So that's cool. That's super cool. And people in the comments were praising Saudi for their innovation techniques. And of course it is, like, these little details are actually major power moves. Like, it shows how much Saudi Arabia are paying attention to these details to make sure that everyone is safe. Residents, tourists, explorers, whoever it is just safe, and that's cool. It shows a lot of care, and that's nice. So we've got a lot of people. Some people were like clapping, just emojis of clapping. These someone said these are the thoughts that open the soul. Actually, it's the thoughts that make you sleep well at night, knowing that someone cares, that you're not, there's hope. There's always hope, and that's nice. Someone also said a brilliant idea from Saudi Arabia that saves the lives of many. May God bless Saudi Arabia. True. Solar guiding the way in the desert. How brilliant. Truly an impressive innovation. And it is super impressive in my opinion, and I think in everyone's opinion. So yeah, that is cool. Here's some cool stories today for you guys. Anyways, I'm done blabbing for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you again, inshallah, tomorrow. Yeah, have a nice day or a nice evening, or yeah, bye.
Thank you for tuning into the Love and Riyadh podcast as part of the Augustus Media Podcast Network. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcast from.